say good morning to you. We're broadcasting live on the road today. We are at Pizza Inn here in Elizabethton. Man, you walk in, you can smell the pizzas. 18 of them out there ready to roll. 18 pizzas. 12 of those, of course, will be of the regular variety. You got 6 dessert pizzas. You got the salad bar. You got the 3 different types of pasta. You got spaghetti. You got rotini noodles, and you got Alfredo. And you've got the dessert pizzas we mentioned. You've got the salad bar. You got the soups, all that for one low price again. And so we're here broadcasting live. We come here, try and get here once a month to showcase manager Eric Wilson, the great folks here at Pizza Inn in Elizabethton. So if you don't have lunch plans, certainly come by here and eat with us right here in the sunroom. And we'd love to see you. And if you can't get out of here, eat inside there, right inside. We're not inside. We're all inside, but back inside the main area. But we're out here in the sunroom where they have the parties, and so that's where we are broadcasting live. Lots to talk about. Got Monday Night Football. We've got that to tell you about. We've got, we've got Major League Baseball. The World Series is set starting Friday night in Toronto. The Dodgers and the Blue Jays. We'll tell you all about that. High school state volleyball tournament. We got 5 teams down there today. Starting again at single elimination, you've got Science Hill, Dobbins Minute. You've got Chucky Doak, you got South Green, you got Sullivan East all down playing volleyball. So we'll tell you all about that too. So lots going on. Thank you for being with us. Let's jump in and get it going, and we'll do that with the national anthem. Who's going to do it today? We've not had him on for a while. Chris Stapleton to sing it here on the Tom Taylor Sports.
Oh, sing, and you see by the dawn's early light was so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we walked were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular amongst birds singing out, can't prove through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And let's take a look at Monday Night Football last night. How did things go? Who won and who did not win? Who played well, who did not play well? And so you start with Detroit. No problem. Tampa Bay 24-9. The final. Jameer Gibbs had a big night last night for the Detroit Lions. Again, they win it, as we said, 24-9. Dominant defense is showing Tampa Bay in a convincing 24-9 victory, holding Tampa Bay to only 252 total yards, only 9 points. Third lowest total for the Bucs under Baker Mayfield in 3 years as a starting quarterback. Jameer Gibbs, again, big night last night. Ripped off a 78-yard touchdown run, 218 yards and 2 touchdowns from scrimmage for Gibbs for the Lions. Detroit finishing with 379 yards of offense, averaging 6 yards a play despite a missed field goal. A turnover on downs and a fumble and an interception. Still won it 24-9. So his 218 scrimmage yards, most by a Lions player in a game since Calvin Johnson did it back in 2013, which is obviously 12 years ago. So also the first Lions since Kevin Smith in 2011 to get 200-plus scrimmage yards and 2 rushing touchdowns in a single game. So Jahmyr Gibbs and the Lions, low problem last night with the Tampa Bay Bucks winning at 24-9. In the other game last night, a Monday Night Football. Hello, Leon Tolley. How you doing, Coach? Had him on the show last week when we were at Hampton Elementary. I'm sorry. Was it Hampton? Yeah, Hampton. They're all running together. Hampton Elementary beat Hampton High School coming up on Friday this week. Seahawks winning 27-19 over the Houston Texans, and the game was not as close as the scoreboard indicated. Seattle struggled to get out of their own way, committing 4 turnovers, the most in a game they've done since 2020. So C.J. Stroud, the Texans, the defense smothered the Texans quarterback. C.J. Stroud, 229 yards and an interception on 23 out of 49 passing while getting sacked 3 times. Also, Houston could only muster 56 yards rushing on the ground. Not a good night for the Texans. And so for the Seahawks, Sam Darnold had a roller coaster performance, 213 yards and a touchdown and interception, 17 out of 31 passing, also getting strip sacked by the Texans in the end zone for a Texans touchdown. And so you got Jackson Smith, the Jigba, the most consistent component of the Seahawks offense last night, 123 yards on 8 catches and a touchdown. So that was the final again in the other Monday Night Football game, 27-19, won by the Seattle Seahawks over the Houston Texans. So here's a new week of NFL. Who's playing where? Thursday Night Football coming up this week. Minnesota will be in L.A. to battle the Chargers. Vikings at 3-3, Chargers at 4-3. You've got 2 really good games this week. Buffalo 4-2 at Carolina. Surprise, I think. Panthers at 4-3. They'll play that one at 1 o'clock on Sunday. Also, Tampa Bay, or rather Green Bay, 4-1. The Packers will be in Pittsburgh to battle the Steelers at 4-2. So that'll be a good one coming up. And that'll be on Sunday Night Football, the Packers and the Steelers in Pittsburgh. Other games this week, Chicago, the Bears 4-2, and Baltimore 1-5, again without Lamar Jackson. Ravens are 1-5 and struggling. They'll host the Bears at 4-2 on Sunday. Cleveland will be in New England. The Browns at 2-5, the Patriots at 5-2. Miami, a 1-6 team in Atlanta to battle the Falcons at 3-2. Also on Sunday, the Giants at 2-5 in Philadelphia to battle the Eagles at 5-2. The Jets, looking for the first win of the season, 0-7, will be in Cincinnati to battle the Bengals at 3-4. 49ers will be in Houston, 4-2 Niners, and 2-4 Texans for Sunday at 1 o'clock. Those are all the early games. The afternoon ball games are late afternoon. Tampa Bay at 5-2 will be in New Orleans to battle the Saints, or 1-6. Dallas will have Denver in Denver. The Broncos at 5-2. The Cowboys at 3-1. The Titans will be at 1-6 in Indianapolis, who is 6-1. So on paper, it's the Colts a runaway, but we'll see. On Monday Night Football, this coming Monday night, you'll have Washington at Kansas City. The Chiefs at 4-3, and the Commanders at 3-4. My team, the Raiders, God bless them, they got shut out 31-0. They only had 3 first downs in the game. They crossed midfield twice. It's pitiful. I'm telling you, in all seriousness, Tia Duggar could give them a game, the middle school team here in Elizabethton. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And so you have the Raiders with 93 yards of total offense, 3 first downs in the game. They crossed midfield twice. They got shut out with the Chiefs, 31-0. Inexcusable, no excuse. So a bad football team. They're off this week. They got the bye week, and it's probably a good thing. We're here live at Pizza Inn. We'll take a break. We'll come right back, and we'll take a look at the obvious. Game 7 of the American League Championship Series goes to the Toronto Blue Jays. They're in the World Series against the Dodgers. We'll talk about that next here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Folks from Port Travis Deli, it's football time in Tennessee, as the late John Ward said. So Friday night, going to the ball game, come by and get your sandwiches. Tell us how you can help us.
Hey, just give us a call, 543-6128, and tell us what you like. White dark bread. We've got ham, turkey, roast beef, corned beef, pastrami. Make a good steak sandwich. You want some chicken salad, some pickles and eggs. You know, if you just want a snack, some people just like to snack at the ball game, don't really want to eat a big meal. We can take care of that for you. We got chips and drinks if you want to pack your cooler or whatever. Got anything you need.
Yep, 543-6128 is what you call, or the number you call, and he'll have it ready for you. So if you're heading to the game, how much time should we allow you to get them ready?
Usually about 10 to 15 minutes is a pretty good time.
Yep, 10 or 15 minutes.
About 10 to 15 minutes, we'll take care of you.
Yep, ready to go. 543-6128. Again, it will be an excellent, excellent opportunity to come by and get some great food.
Yep, love to serve you.
Love to serve you, absolutely. How do you find us on social media?
We got a Facebook page. You can look us up there, leave us some feedback, give us a like.
Yep. Friday night football, Saturday football, whenever you need sandwiches, here's the place to come. Port Draft Deli at 543-6128, one of our great sponsors here on Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. It's exciting Elizabethton Cyclone football. Hi, this is Tom Taylor, inviting you to join the Cyclone Network. Kerry Taylor, Andrew Barnett, Axel Steins, Isaac Fletcher, Weston Taylor, Eddie Pless, and yours truly this Friday night. It's senior night as the Cyclones host the Seymour Eagles for the final home game of the regular season. We'll go on air the broadcast at 6:50, kickoff at 7:30, audio and video. The Cyclones winners of 7 in a row. It's senior night against the Seymour Eagles. It all starts at 6:50 this Friday night here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show Facebook page and on YouTube. Go Elizabethton Cyclone football. And back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Before we get into the baseball, let's take a look at the volleyball. State Volleyball Championship and tournament going on. The championships will be on Friday. We see in single A, South Green plays today at noon against Gibson County. South Green volleyball 18-13. South Green again taking on Gibson County, who is 27-12. That's your local team there in the state volleyball tournament. In Double A, you have Sullivan East taking on Crockett County. Sullivan East at 22-15. Crockett County at 30-9. They'll play that one at noon today at Rockville High School. Chucky Doak, the Lady Black Knights taking on Creekwood. Creekwood at 33-9. Chucky Doak at 20-7. They'll play that one at Rockville High School at 2:30 this afternoon. Then in the AAA State Volleyball Tournament, you have two teams locally. Science Hill at 30-10 playing Clarksville at 9:30 this morning. We'll see how that one's going. It's going as we speak. Science Hill 30-10, Clarksville at 36-3. Dobbins Minute will take on Blackman. DB at 21-8 and Blackman at 22-6. They'll play that one at 2:30 at Blackman High School. It's single elimination. Winners move on, and the losers are eliminated. Sullivan East, what a Cinderella story for the volleyball team. They finished fourth in the conference in the regular season. They capped off 2 weeks in Omaha, sweeping Alcoa to clinch a spot in this week's state tournament. East at 22-15. Michaela Moore was the District 1 AA tournament MVP, only a freshman. She can play, to say the least. Against Alcoa, came up with 11 kills and 5 digs. They'll play Crockett County at 33-9. Also, this season marks the 7th trip to the state tournament in school history for the Lady Patriots. Their most recent came in 2021 where they won 1-2. Sullivan East has never won a state championship in volleyball, but has 2 runner-up finishes in 1999 and 2000. So they are been there before, and so Brittany Scott James done an incredible job. The team that finished 4th in the regular season and has obviously put it together when it's supposed to in tournament time, has done very, very well. Also down there in the state tournament, Dobbins Minute, since going 1-4 in a tournament in Franklin, Tennessee back earlier in the season. They've not lost anything. Lady Indians have won 11 straight matches, never dropping a set at home, and have won their last 10 frames. And so this team's on a roll. They play again this afternoon. Millie Williams, Micaiah Bly, Mela Bryce, Ellie Way, Madison Pendleton, Regan Seeger, Hannah Pierce, Lucy Roberts, some of the ladies making up the volleyball team for Dobbins Minute in the state tournament. Then you look at Science Hill. Chloe Connor, Lucy O'Daniel, Lizzie Clark, Briley Scott, Claire McBride, Sophia Pavlich, and Isa Dahl. I'm going to go with Isa Dahl. So that are the ladies that are there. And so they're playing in the state volleyball tournament against Science Hill. Good luck to them today coming up again. So all 5 teams, you got South Green, Chucky Doak, Sullivan East, Dobbins Minute, and Science Hill all there in the state volleyball tournament, which speaks well of the volleyball competition here in Northeast Tennessee. In baseball, the Toronto Blue Jays going to the World Series for the first time since 1993, in large part to Vladimir Guerrero Jr., who was named MVP. Man was on fire, went 10 for 26 at the plate. 3 doubles, 3 home runs, 4 walks, and 2 strikeouts in 7 games. And so, again, George Springer with a home run to make the difference last night. So they'll open things up Friday night at home against the Dodgers in Game 1. So it'll be Friday and Saturday in Toronto. You have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday in L.A., then Friday and Saturday, November the 1st, if need be, back in Toronto. So it's a 2-3-2 format. And so the first 2 in Toronto, the middle 3 at Dodger Stadium next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. The next Friday, Halloween, and November the 1st on Saturday, Game 7 of the World Series if need be. Pitching rotation's not announced yet, but you would think the Dodgers would start and keep right on going with what they had to run through the NLCS, and that would be the obvious Blake Snell and probably Yamamoto and Tyler Glasnow and Shohei Ohtani will be the 4 I would think would be going for the Dodgers in no particular order. So, again, it's going to be an interesting series. I didn't think Toronto had anything in the gas in the tank to any gas in the tank to beat Seattle, but they did, being down 2-0 going to Seattle and end up winning it, of course. So what do I know? But I would be hard-pressed to bet against the Los Angeles Dodgers at this point. It's not to say the Blue Jays can't win it, but, man, the Dodgers, they're the real deal. They got the hitting. They certainly got the pitching, got the defense. And so, for my money, the Dodgers win the World Series, but we'll see. How many games? I think the Blue Jays will get 1, maybe 2 along the way somewhere, but I think the Dodgers win it when it's all said and done. So whether you sweep them or you go 4-3 and go to Game 7, doesn't matter as long as you win it. So I think the Dodgers, in my opinion, will be the World Series champions for 2025. But that's, again, what do I know? But they're playing really, really good baseball. And remember the old adage, good pitching will stop good hitting all day long, and it's been proven. And I think the Dodger pitching, if it holds up and like it did in the NLCS against the Brewers, I think you're going to see a very, very impressive run by the defending world champions, by the way, the Los Angeles Dodgers. Quick break. We got more for you. Lots of college football. Since we were on the show Friday, hello, ladies. Billy Napier got canned. Jimbo Fisher wants back into coaching. Florida State's Mike Norvell's in trouble. Man, it's like ebbs and flows. One day you're wonderful. The next day you're a goat. DeBoer was in trouble after getting beaten that Game 1. Now he's a hero in Birmingham and Tuscaloosa. Mike Norvell, after starting strong, now is in trouble apparently in Tallahassee at Florida State. So it's ebbs and flows. People ask me, is Josh Heupel in trouble? I don't know why he would be. But they did not do well last Saturday. You know that against Alabama. No, I don't. So anyway, I'm going to let these other guys get in here, let them give me their 2 cents worth. I got my 2 cents, but I thought that was, once again, you had a chance to step on the throat and didn't do it. And so it's game changer, that play at the end of the first half. That changed certainly the outcome of that football game. I'm not sure if it doesn't define the season for the Tennessee Volunteers. I think it's a big game Saturday in a lot of ways at Kentucky. The Volunteers have to come out guns a-blazing. They got Oklahoma on the horizon after Kentucky, so this Saturday will be a night game in Kentucky to battle the Wildcats at Kroger Field, and I think it's a huge game in a lot of ways for Tennessee football. Quick break. Double C Western Supply, the Cowboy Store and more here in Elizabethton on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Double C Western Supply in Elizabethton, your Cowboy store, and so much more. We have shoes and boots for guys and gals. We have kids' boots and shoes for the little people, too. Ball caps, Marriott Wrangler, and a large selection of Huey. We have purses, billfolds, handbags. We carry a full line of Montana Silversmith jewelry. We have both Lane Frost and Huey cologne and perfumes. We even have several styles of rugs to choose from, and a large kids section full of boots and shoes and jeans and dresses and even stuffed animals. And jeans, and more jeans, both work and casual for guys and gals. Ariat and Wrangler in all sizes and styles. T-shirts for men, women, and kids. For cold weather, we have fleece tops and sweaters. And racks full of men's shirts, including the George Strait line from Wrangler. Short sleeve and long sleeve shirts for men and women. Vests and jackets for the cold days and nights for the guys and the ladies. We have a full line of tack and cowboy hats for cowboys and cowgirls, along with belts and a great selection of saddles. So you see, it is a cowboy store and more. Double C Western Supply, Railroad Street, Elizabethton. Find us on Facebook and at doublecwesternsupply.com.
In a world where cluttered trash and debris threaten your property, one man is ready to save the day. He's Container Man, your dumpster delivery superhero. Need to clear out your garage? Call Container Man. Remodeling your home? Call Container Man. Demolition waste taking over your job site? Call Container Man. From minor to major projects, Container Man has the perfect size dumpster for every task. With lightning fast delivery and the customer service of a locally owned company, he will help you restore order to your world. When you're ready to fight cluttered trash and debris, call Container Man.
Back on the Tom Baylor Sports Show, we're live here at Pizza Inn. We got folks out here eating, enjoying lunch already. The buffet is up and running. 18 pizzas, 12 regular, and 6 dessert pizzas at all times. You got the salad, you got the 3 pastas, you got the Alfredo noodles, you got spaghetti and rotini noodles, and you've got the salad bar on the other end of the buffet. You got chocolate pudding. All that again for one low price of $10.99 for the buffet during the lunch and $11.99 for the evening buffet. So you can't beat it. All right, so your top 25, since we didn't do a show yesterday, so since it came out Friday, hello, Teresa Tig, how you doing, dear? Top 25 in college football is out for this week, obviously. Ohio State at number 1, Indiana number 2, Big Ten 1 and 2, Texas A&M, Alabama, Georgia, SEC 3, 4, and 5, Oregon at number 6, Georgia Tech at number 7, Ole Miss at number 8, Miami at number 9 after losing last week, and Vanderbilt rounds out the top 10. The Commodores in the college football top 10 for the first time since 1947. Vanderbilt, what a great run by the Commodores. At number 11, BYU, Notre Dame at number 12, Oklahoma 13th, Texas Tech, the Red Raiders 14th this week, Missouri 15th, Virginia 16th, Tennessee falls from 11th down to losing 6 notches down to 17th this week. 18th is South Florida, 19th is Louisville, and rounding out the top 20 is LSU. Then comes Cincinnati, Texas, Illinois, Arizona State, and Michigan rounds out the top 25. So pretty impressive. Vanderbilt top 10 ranking in 5th in program history. Again, they were 1937, 1941, 1947, and now 2025 for Vanderbilt. That's awesome. So the biggest tumbler was LSU. They dropped 10 spots, so down to number 20 after being 10th in the country. And so not impressed with them at all. SEC, by the way, out of 14 schools, has 10 of the 14 schools in the top 25 this week. Who plays where? Top 25 football. The early games on Saturday. Number 16, Virginia in North Carolina to take on the beleaguered Bill Belichick and the Tar Heel football team. He's in trouble, apparently, but he says he's staying put. But the Tar Heel boosters are after him. Number 2, Indiana hosting UCLA as a trap game for the Hoosiers. We'll see. Number 18, South Florida plays in Memphis this week. Ole Miss here just shows the ruggedness of the Southeastern Conference. You go from Ole Miss playing in Georgia. Now they travel to Oklahoma. Go number 8, Ole Miss, to number 13, Oklahoma. Number 7, Georgia Tech hosting Syracuse. 4th-ranked Alabama travels to South Carolina. One of the top 25 matchups, number 15, Missouri at number 10, Vanderbilt in Nashville at 3:30 on Saturday. 23rd-ranked Illinois, the Fighting Illini at Washington. 11th-ranked BYU will be at Iowa State. 14th-ranked Texas Tech. These are the late Saturday games. The Red Raiders hosting Oklahoma State. You have 21st-ranked Cincinnati. The Bearcats hosting the Baylor Bears. Number 22, Texas dodged a bullet. Kentucky should have won that game. They will go to Mississippi State this week. Wisconsin at number 6, Oregon. You have 9th-ranked Miami of Florida hosting Stanford. Texas A&M at LSU. Is this a trap game for the Aggies? They're number 3 in the country against LSU. That's in a prove-me game, I would think, for Brian Kelly and the LSU Bayou Bengals at 7:30 in Baton Rouge. Texas A&M, it could be a trap game with the Aggies. 25th-ranked Michigan will be at Michigan State. 19th-ranked Louisville on Saturday hosting Boston College. Tennessee, 7:45 airtime at Kentucky to battle the Wildcats. Again, for me, it's a big game in a lot of reasons and a lot of ways for Tennessee football. They got a lot of football left to be played. They got Florida. They've got Vanderbilt. Got Oklahoma still left on the schedule. They have to go to Kentucky and have a really good showing against the Wildcats on Saturday at 7:45 at Kroger Field. Then you've got Arizona State, 24. Eric's in the house. The captain's here. 24th-ranked Arizona State hosting Houston. So we're going to take a break. I'm going to get his take. He's a big sports guy. Get his take on college football and the World Series. It's been said, Toronto and the Dodgers. We're here at Pizza Inn. You can tell us all about the buffet. You've got 18 pizzas, 12 regular, and 6 dessert. and we'll let him talk about it because I want to get the captain in. Eric Wilson, the general manager, does a phenomenal job here. He joins us next. His grandmother's watching. She wants to see her grandson on the screen, and she will next on the Tom Taylor Sports.
It's the Carter County Tour of Schools, brought to you by Northeast Community Credit Union. Hi, this is Tom Taylor, inviting you to join Andrew DeMoss and Brandon Young and yours truly this Friday morning from the land of the Bulldogs. We'll be in Hampton High School to showcase great kids doing great things, audio and video. It all starts at 9 o'clock this Friday morning. It is the Tour of Schools in Carter County, brought to you by Northeast Community Credit Union. This week will be at Hampton High. It all starts at 9 o'clock this Friday morning here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show Facebook page and on YouTube. Stanfield Thomas and Associates, Miss Autumn. So tell folks what STA is all about.
So at STA, we do business tax, individual tax, bookkeeping, and payroll. We specialize in QuickBooks. We do offer QuickBooks training, and we have a QuickBooks Pro Advisor, which is Crystal. She's the owner. She can help with the software, training, inventory cleanup, file setup, and payroll reports. We also do month end, which includes reconciling. So yeah, we do a lot.
Do what you do best. Let us do the rest. It's a great, great slogan. Phone number, how do we get a hold of you?
423-968-9112 or at statax.com.
Where do we find you on social media?
You can find us at Stanfield Thomas and Associates on Facebook.
There you go. One of our great sponsors, Stanfield Thomas and Associates of the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Elizabethton Cyclone Football. We're back. We're ready to go. Andrew Lewis, Northeast Community Credit Union. Readers are winners. Year number 2. We're jacked up to do it again this year.
We're so excited.
Yep, we are excited. And so it's a chance for these kids at Eastside Elementary, Westside Elementary, and Harold McCormick Elementary win some cool prizes for reading. What's going on?
The first 9 weeks, we're going to be giving out those cool water bottles. Second 9 weeks, T-shirts.
T-shirts with a new design.
Absolutely. New color, all that fun stuff. The third 9 weeks, we're going to have a sweet new sticker. We'll get more into that later. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Whole point is readers are winners. Year number 2 at the 3 elementary schools and Elizabethton City Schools. Thanks to Northeast Community Credit Union. They're paying for all this to their corporate sponsor, and we love them for doing that. The bottom line is leaders are readers, readers are winners. Year number 2, getting ready to get started up soon, like right now, right away, for all these youngsters, again, at Harold McCormick, Westside and Eastside Elementary. Big thanks to the Northeast Community Credit Union for partnering with us to do Readers Are Winners in Elizabethton City Schools. And back at the Tom Taylor Sports Show, look who stopped by, our buddy Eric Wilson, the captain. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you for letting us come be here and hang out with you.
Anytime. Thank you. 12
pizzas on the buffet and 6 dessert pizzas, so a total of 18. You got 3 different pasta noodles. You got the Alfredo, you got the spaghetti, and you've got the rotinis. You got the salad bar.
Yep.
And you've got chocolate pudding.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Which may be the best thing of the whole thing.
You like it?
Oh, I can sit and eat that chocolate pudding all day long, which I plan to do here when I get off there at 1 o'clock. So we've got top 25 college football. First off, the buffet, the daily buffet at lunchtime is how much?
$10.99 for adults up until 4 o'clock.
There you go.
We have a senior buffet eligible for 50 and up. It's $8.99. So it's Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday.
Yep.
Senior buffet, $8.99. Then the evening buffet is
$12.99.
$12.99.
Yep.
So it's been hopping going into the holidays. We are 64 days out. If you're looking for a place to have a gathering, the sunroom will do it. How many can you hold back here? You pack this place
About
out.
75,
Yeah.
80. If it's kids, you could probably put about 100.
Yep. So if you want to rent the facility, what do we do? Just call?
Just call, yeah. We'll reserve, however much room you need. We usually cut seating off about 45 minutes in advance. It's a little tougher on the weekends because you kind of get more business, so you want to,
Keep it open.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Absolutely. Makes perfect
Yeah,
sense.
but you also want to be respectful to anyone who reserves a table.
So the kids' night is on Tuesday night, which is tonight. $3.99 for the kids.
Yes, sir.
With a paying adult.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kids' night tonight.
Yep.
And then senior discounts $8.99. That's all day, every day.
Yes, sir. Well, Monday through Friday,
Monday
11
through Friday?
to 4, and Wednesday all day.
Okay. Monday through Friday, 11 to 4, and Wednesday all day. Lunch buffet, $10.99. That's weekdays, all right?
Yes, sir. Yep.
And then $12.99 in the evenings.
Yep. On the weekends as well.
You can't beat it. You could not come. We've talked about this before. You couldn't, if you just want to go make one pizza, I'm going to buy the pizza kit and all the toppings and the cheese and everything at Food City. There's no way you can make it for $10.99. So you get 18 pizzas to choose from. Hello, Charlotte Tolley. Your grandmother's watching, Mo. We better say hello to Grandma.
Yes. Hello, ma'ams.
Yeah,
I'll be up
ma'ams.
there. Yeah, ma'ams. It's just, as I became a little bit older, that's what everybody called her, so that's what I did too.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Short for Mamaw, ma'ams.
Yeah.
You got it. All right, top 25 college football. He's a big sports guy. We'll get his take on that. The NBA starts this week, and LeBron's not going to play, and that's been apparently a big story going on again in the NBA. And so Major League Baseball, the World Series has been set. So let's start with college football. Top 25, Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M, Alabama, and Georgia. You okay with that?
Yeah. I think you have to probably put it in that order right now. I don't know if A&M will stay in that top 5, and I think Georgia's probably the best team in the country, just from what I've seen.
I think so too. Everybody thinks I'm crazy. I think it's Ohio State, but I don't think so.
I don't either.
I think the best team right now is the Georgia Bulldogs.
Yeah,
So
they've been in a lot of tough games. And they've pulled through almost every time. They lost to Alabama, but I think a lot of teams.
Well, when you bounce back from the way they did against Tennessee at Neyland Stadium, that told me something because they were down for the count. Tennessee had them, let them off the ropes.
Yeah,
so
the same thing with Ole Miss this week. Ole Miss had them pretty much dead to rights.
Yeah,
and they
found a way to flip the switch.
Yeah. So.
Finishing the top 10, Oregon at number 6, Georgia Tech number 7, Ole Miss at number 8, Miami at number 9, and Vanderbilt at number 10. So right now, if you had to pick the national championship 2 teams to play for all the marbles, who would you pick?
Like we said, Georgia, and then we'll give Ohio State the nod just because they're undefeated and they were in there last year. But I think it'll kind of come down to the way the bracket shakes out. We'll have to see because some of these teams are probably like, is Georgia Tech? Are they really that good?
I don't think so.
So if somebody gets them, it's a little bit of an easier game than maybe playing Alabama or if how many Big Ten teams are in there? 2 right now with Indiana and Ohio State. Because Penn State's falling apart.
Yeah, there's more. See, Big Ten has 5.
Yeah, number 1.
SEC's got 10.
Yeah, Oregon as well. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you got Big Ten's got 5 teams in the top 25. SEC, out of 14 total schools, they got 10 out of the 14 are in the rankings this week. So got some big games. Ole Miss at Oklahoma. Again, you talk about the ruggedness of the Southeastern Conference. You look at Ole Miss playing at Georgia last week, and now they got to turn right around and go to Boomer Center and play Oklahoma out there on Saturday. Who wins that game, Ole Miss or Oklahoma?
I thought about that. I was trying to look and see if Tennessee had a chance to maybe get in that playoff. And, if we can just get out of this regular season with 2 losses, I think that'll be a good shot. But teams like Ole Miss, A&M, and Vanderbilt will kind of be in our way. So I hope Oklahoma beats them, and I hope we beat Oklahoma. But is Ole Miss going to lose 2 games in a row? I don't think so.
I don't think so either, because Lane Kiffin. And now the Florida job's open. They're going to enter him, but now the buzz is that Lane Kiffin's interested. They're interested in Kiffin to leave Ole Miss and become Florida's coach. We'll see. But right now he's the Ole Miss coach, and they're number 8 in the country at number 13, Oklahoma. Then you got 15th ranked Missouri at number 10, Vanderbilt on Saturday. Vanderbilt's been the Cinderella story in the polls for the first time since 1947. That's pretty impressive. You like Vandy at home or Missouri on the road, or do you care?
Yeah, I won't watch that game.
No, probably not.
But I would probably take Vanderbilt. I think Missouri probably stole one against Auburn this last week in Auburn, and I just think Vanderbilt's probably going to win that game.
The enigma, I think, of the SEC is Texas. They're 22nd ranked. They'll be at Mississippi State. They should have gotten beat Saturday.
Yeah.
Kentucky should have won that game. That last play where they tried to go over the top, and I mean, I get that, but to go over the top and a pile up like it, you got to elevate. You got to be able to have some legs to soar over top and crack that plane, and he didn't do it.
Yeah.
So Texas dodged the bullet. They're at Mississippi State. They're preseason #1 in the country now. They're number 22.
A couple of our guys were there. I think Nick Miller, Corey Russell went down to that game in Kentucky.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think they were there. So Nick's a Kentucky fan, and Corey likes Texas. So I think we were.
But that was an interesting ride home.
I bet so. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure that went well with Corey and Nick. That they were against each other on the field, and could have been a little quiet on the ride home.
On the ride home, may have been.
I would think so, yeah. So LSU at number 20 in the country. They've dropped 10, the biggest drop last week. They're hosting number 3 Texas A&M. Could this be a trap game for the Aggies?
Yeah, LSU will win that game.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. LSU coming off a loss. A&M is undefeated, correct?
Yes.
I'd say LSU's pretty desperate right now, and I wouldn't like to be at their practice week this week with Brian Kelly. I don't think that would. He's probably going to have them ready to play.
Here's the SEC standings right now. Texas A&M and Alabama both at 4-0. They lead the league. Georgia at 4-1 and third. Then comes Ole Miss at 3-1. Texas and Missouri and Oklahoma and Vanderbilt all at 2-1. LSU, Tennessee, and Florida at 2-2. South Carolina 1-4. You've got the Mississippi State Bulldogs and Arkansas at 0-3, and Auburn and Kentucky at 0-4. So you look at Arkansas, they've lost 5 in a row. Auburn's lost 4 in a row. Kentucky's lost 3. I would think all 3 of those coaches. Again, I don't come on the show and advocate people losing their job, but it is a performance-based business, and I think these guys are in trouble. That would be Stoops. That would be Hugh Freeze. That would be
I think Arkansas fired Sam Pittman.
Yeah, they
earlier
got Petrino.
in the year. Yeah.
As an interim coach, and I don't know whether he run him off, but he looks like they're playing better. They gave Tennessee a run with their money. So how good is the Tennessee team, do you think?
I think they're pretty good. I mean, in the 2 biggest games, that Georgia game, I thought we were pretty impressive. We just didn't win. You make a kick, you win that game. And then against Alabama, I saw some things that I thought were promising. I thought they moved the ball, and you throw that pick at the end of the first half. It's a 14-point swing. Maybe the red zone offense, as far as like from the 5-yard line and in, is something they want to look at.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's easy for us to say, and it's hard to go into Alabama and win at night. I mean,
Hard to go to any SEC on the road and win.
So I mean, it was, if Tennessee can win out, they got a shot to make the playoff, and
I think
Makes
Kentucky's
noise.
game on Saturday is a big ball game. I think from the psychology standpoint, I think from just performance, because everybody knows that they didn't do well in Alabama. They didn't do well against Georgia. They've kind of struggled, really. I don't think it really clicked against Arkansas, Mississippi State. So I think this is a big game for Stoops, who, again, is 0-4 and 2-4 overall. They've lost 3 in a row. I think it's a big game for the Tennessee Volunteers. So I think it's a biggie. It's 7:45 Saturday at Kentucky. So there's your SEC standings right now. Texas A&M and Alabama on top. They were after DeBoer earlier in the season. Now he's a hero in Tuscaloosa.
Funny,
It's crazy.
Yeah, he's got I saw a stat. He's got the best record against top 10 teams ever. Ever. Yeah.
So kind of hard to run him off, but I think Billy Napier. Do you think Kiffin goes to Ole Miss?
Or Florida?
I mean Florida.
Yeah,
leaving Ole Miss.
He might. It's funny how that Alabama job came open a couple years ago, and he didn't take it, but he could leave Ole Miss for Florida.
Is that a step up?
From Ole Miss?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He might. I mean, I hope he doesn't, because we have to play Florida every year.
Yeah.
Right? So I probably would if I was Lane Kiffin.
Absolutely. They're going to throw a lot of money at him.
Yeah.
So, but and James Franklin's now in the running. They say he's in the discussion for the Florida job as well. So, it is what it is. But every week it's run somebody off, and so last week it's who they're after now. They're after Belichick. They're after who's owner?
Florida State,
Florida
right?
State. Mike
Yeah.
Norvell. They're
Yeah.
not happy with them now.
Yeah.
So, and they're not happy with Kelly down at LSU.
Yeah.
So
I think LSU will be fine.
every week it's run somebody off. And,
Yeah.
And so James Franklin now being batted around for the Florida job along with Lane Kiffin. So World Series, what do you think? Dodgers or the Blue Jays?
I hope Toronto wins. I was really hoping Seattle would have won that game last night.
Me too.
Yeah. But Toronto's got their 7, 8, 9 hitters. They're hitting the ball, which is a good recipe for a World Series win. That's usually what it takes is some unsung heroes to step up and put on a good performance. But, I mean, you see the team the Dodgers have. It's going to be
loaded.
tough. Yeah,
They're loaded
that's gonna
top
be
to bottom.
tough, So.
You got a frontline starting rotation of Snell, Glasnow, Otani, and Yamamoto.
Yeah,
That's pretty stout.
that's tough to beat.
So
I
it's
mean,
doable, but it's going to be tough to do.
Snell and Yamamoto had two of the best starts in NLCS history.
Glasnow was he wasn't too
He's not
shabby,
easy.
nor was
Yeah.
Otani. So anyway, it starts game one. It's 2-3-2. The first two will be in Toronto. The middle three at Dodger Stadium next week. And then if need be, they'll come back Halloween and next Friday, and then November the 1st to wrap it up in Toronto if need be in a 2-3-2 format. If you want to raise money for your organization, here's the place to come do it. Tell us how we can do it. It's real easy.
Yeah, just call down the store. We can schedule a fundraiser. Probably need at least 5 or 6 weeks in advance to advertise. But you guys take home 12% of what you bring in, and the way that works is I'll email a flyer out, and you guys can print that off. Whoever it is, it could be a sports team, a church, a school, any little organization. I'll email you a flyer. You guys can pass it out, or you can email it out. That's probably a better way to reach more people at this point. You guys walk in the restaurant with the flyer, either on your phone via email or in your hand, and we'll staple it to your ticket. We'll tally those up at the end of the night, and you guys take home 12% of what you bring in.
Can't beat it. All you got to do is come eat. Enjoy these great 18 pizzas. And so what's the most popular dessert pizza you got? What's the one everybody?
Chocolate chip.
Chocolate chip?
Yeah, but cherry's really good. And if you've seen, we've got it's a Halloween pizza. They've put the Bavarian cream, they've mixed it with some food coloring, green, for Halloween, and they put a little gummy worm on there. It's a unique little dessert, more for the kids thing. But there's all kinds of different things up there. Cinnamon stromboli. There's an apple dessert pizza. It's pretty good. So there's a lot of stuff you can choose from.
So you're the general manager when you eat at Pizza Inn. What do you eat?
It just kind of depends. Whatever looks fresh at the moment. Somewhere on Supreme pizza, I like that. I like pineapples on pizza. I think that's really good. It'd be nice if I could sit here and say salad, but
You're not a salad guy.
I like salad. I don't know. I'm here all the time. For some reason, I won't eat ours.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's good, though.
Well,
salads are good.
They are, yeah. I just,
not your cup of tea.
For right now, I don't know. Pasta, I can eat the pasta too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Rotini noodles.
They're good stuff.
Oh, I love the rotini noodles. Put what is the white sauce on them?
Alfredo, yeah.
Alfredo sauce on top of those rotini noodles. That's what I'll be having here in a little while. Mamma mia, some chocolate pudding, not mixed together, but rotini noodles and the white Alfredo sauce, awesome. And the pizzas, I mean, you can get any number. If you want a particular pizza, just request it, and they can make it for you, right?
Yeah, just ask for it. The servers will bring it right to you, about 3 or 4 slices, and not bad.
There you go.
Yep.
What's your hours you're open, sir?
11 to 9.
11.
But you can order breakfast pizzas as early as 7 a.m. Dining room won't open until 11, but you can still, you can pick up an order in the morning if you need it.
We don't talk a lot about that. So the breakfast pizza, what do you get on the breakfast pizza?
Egg and cheese by default, and then most people order bacon, ham, or pork sausage. I've seen green peppers, diced tomatoes. I don't know if I've ever seen pepperoni on a breakfast pizza before, but for the most part, it's bacon, ham, or sausage.
And eggs and cheese.
Yeah.
It's awesome. By the way, what I'm going to tell you, every football game, every basketball game, everything we do, he gives a buffet, a free buffet to the players of the game. This week it's Bryson Blevins and Justice Wallen and Riley Jones will get buffet cards to come back here and hit a buffet. And these boys can hit it pretty hard. But
I believe it.
you please remember, you get ready to come out and eat somewhere in Elizabeth, and remember those who take care of your kids, be it T.A. Duggar or be it the high school. It's Pizza Inn. He feeds these guys and ladies. And, you know, it ain't, it's bad English, it's not cheap to give away food, and yet you do it here at Pizza Inn, and we appreciate that very much, these kids. So somebody, you know, it's food costs, and you're giving away free food. But he does it because he loves these kids, and so thank you for doing that.
Thank you guys.
You don't have to do it, and you do it, and I appreciate that. And the kids appreciate it.
Yeah,
So
well, that high school does a lot for us. So.
absolutely, it goes both ways. But so some of these boys come in here and they can hammer it. They can drop.
Just look the other way.
Oh
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
'cause they can put away some. I mean, I would not. I'd be scared to bring Braden Rainwater in here and say, son, just eat till you're full. And some of them boys, and doesn't even have to be one of the big hogs. Some of these little fellas.
Yeah, he'll get after it too.
Absolutely, the
'Cause
ones
they don't
that
gain weight.
No, that's what I'm gonna say. They don't gain weight. They just wolf it down.
Yeah.
So, what's the most you've rate? I mean, tell the truth. How many pizzas a pizza have you sit down at one setting?
You know, if I'm really hungry, I could probably eat like, I'm gonna say 4 right now to be conservative. But that's now that I work here. If I didn't work here, I'd probably come in here and eat 2 or 3 plates as well. You know, so. But you see it all the time. You just kind of get numb to the idea.
What about Nickel?
There's Frank right there. Nickel, he put about 4 or 5 slices in a box yesterday when he went on break. So Nickel's, he's a good half foot taller than me.
A big old boy.
He is. I wish I'd have got to that height, but didn't happen. It's all right though.
Yeah. Can you still beat him one-on-one? Yeah.
Yeah, but if we go to the post, he'll whoop me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You can post up on you pretty good?
Yeah, I figured that out one day. So, wasn't always like that. And then
No. I remember back in the day, I'd ask him, he'd say, God, he beat me again.
No.
But now the pendulum swung a little bit.
Yeah,
so
I've been playing a little bit. I went down, Lucas Honeycutt let me in the gym, and his guys, they just worked me. It wasn't any good. So since then, which has been the last week, I've been shooting a little bit and trying to play. But I expect Honeycutt to have a good team this year.
Yeah, they are. We're looking forward to boys basketball. Yeah, it's going to be good. So you went down, worked out with the boys, and got schooled a little bit.
Yes.
Is what you're saying?
Yeah, I couldn't get up and down the court. We'll go play Sunday nights at Bluff City. And I guess the court's a lot smaller because we got over here to the high school. And
you're gassed.
Shoo, yeah.
Probably Mam's breakfast you're going to go get. That's probably part of some of it.
It is, but I have to go eat. She'll get me. So
all right.
She made it, you know. I better be up there.
Thank you for letting us come be here very much.
It's our pleasure.
He's a good guy, folks, and he runs a great restaurant. And again, as I said, he gives away free food at Players of Game certificates, cards. They come back in and redeem them and get to eat a free buffet. Appreciate him doing that because somebody's got to pay for the food. He said, I'll do it because I love these kids. We'll take a break. Sean Witten's here talking Cyclone football next. 6th-ranked Cyclones getting ready to battle Seymour for senior night. We'll talk about it next here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show live at Pizza Inn in Elizabeth.
Brumman Sports Shop in downtown Elizabeth with your favorite school's T-shirts, polos, or hoodies. They can put your school, church, or company's logo on lots of different styles of hats, including Nike and Richardson and now Travis Matthew. Windbreakers, sublimated shirts, pullovers, koozies. They can order for any area school and your favorite team. Dry fit sleeveless hoodies, Nike dry fit t-shirts, women's and toddler sizes. You can order any uniform for any sport, including the pants or shorts from Brumman Sports Shop. And they always have a clearance rack to save you money. Plaques, trophies, medals, and ribbons, and all the engraving is done in-house. And they offer hard-to-find Letterman jackets of your favorite school for guys, ladies, and now elementary and middle school athletes too. And they offer all the different sports patches as well. Brumman Sports Shop, downtown Elizabeth, and Facebook, Instagram, website, BrummanSportsShop.com, phone 542-2321, Brumman Sports Shop in downtown Elizabethton.
In a world where clutter, trash, and debris threaten your property, one man is ready to save the day. He's Container Man, your dumpster delivery superhero. Need to clear out your garage? Call Container Man. Remodeling your home? Call Container Man. Demolition waste taking over your job site? Call Container Man. From minor to major projects, Container Man has the perfect size dumpster for every task. With lightning fast delivery and the customer service of a locally owned company, he will help you restore order to your world. When you're ready to fight clutter, trash, and debris, call Container Man.
Back on the Top Builder Sports Show, ready to talk a little cycling and football. Your mother's watching, so say hello to Mom.
Hey, Mom, what's up?
That's it. She's a jewel. I love to always go up and talk to her before the game. She's a dandy. So, and your grandmother is too, and you ain't too bad either.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, we'll keep you. You're a keeper. So, wow, what a night last Friday night against the East Patriots. Again, Peyton Lingerfeld's a pretty good quarterback, and he showed a little bit what he's got, but our defense came to play, didn't it?
Yeah, defense, another game where they set the tone and really put a lot of pressure on him in the first 2 drives, made him uncomfortable. Kind of not a great performance by our offense, but we were able to kind of put up a lot of points. But, another spectacular performance by our defense. We put a lot of pressure on him, a lot of coverage sacks as well. But credit to him. He made a lot of plays with his feet and continued to play a 4-quarter game and made some plays and got some points on the board against us. So, that was a game that really helped us. We've played a lot of running teams in the past couple weeks. So playing a spread team and a mobile quarterback and then having a play pass defense, it really allowed us to work on some things that we needed. We talked about this Friday. There's a lot of teachable moments from that film from Friday moving forward. And then the thing that was different for us is really for our pass rush. Riley Jones and Calix did a really great job coming off the edge. And then the conditioning of our two-way players, being able to rush the passer and then turn around and play offense was a key for our game for Nolan Loveday, Lennox Loveday, and then Braden Wainwater at those defensive tackles.
I guess what I appreciate about Lingerfeld, he stood in that pocket. He got popped 2 or 3 times. We laid the wood to him, and he bounced right back up. And so he had a long night.
Tough player, makes them go. Heartbeat of the Solonese team. And then, when you're 0-7 coming in, he's found a way to keep them going and playing really well. And then CJ popped him really one good time on a blitz. I didn't think he was going to get back up, but he did. But that just shows our credit to that guy. Man, he's a competitor. He does a great job of running that offense. There's so many good things you see. Those receivers did a good job, and you're really trying to help them out. But that was a tough gap battle for us. It was a learning experience for us. It was something we've not faced since week 1 against Science Hill. It's something that's going to really help us down the road. And like we mentioned, coming into Monday and Tuesday, there's a lot of teachable moments from that film that help us down the road.
Let's look at the scoring. Zach Wallen, the third. Bryson Blevins, again, 8 touchdowns in 3 games now, throwing for the young man, filling in for the injured Rhett Slagle. But Wallen, a 39-yard touchdown catch at got it going for us. And then you come back with CJ with a 3-yard run. And then Blevins, Jack's first touchdown since Granger last year. So that kind of got us going. 3 quick scores there in the first quarter, and we're off and running.
Well, on our second drive, our defense did a great job of giving us great field position. Our second drive, we hit Zach on a tunnel screen and took advantage of them blitzing. And then, we did a great job. Once again, our special teams came up big. We put a lot of pressure on the punt. We were able to block 2 and then block 1 for a touchdown. We was able to get good field position. That's the thing that's really kind of helped us too. Zach fair catches it, gives us good field position, not letting the ball roll. Our first 2 possessions, we had the ball inside the 50-yard line with a chance to go score. And then another play opportunity for us, rolling out to the right. He's got a Solonese defender on his inside hip, cross the body throw to hit Jack in the corner of the end zone. That was a dandy of a throw.
Absolutely. 21-7 at the end of the first quarter. Then CJ gets another touchdown run of 3 yards. You got Braylon Brigg gets in the scoring with a 9-yard catch from Blevins. And then the Train, good to see him back in. The J-Train gets him a 2-yard run for a touchdown.
Proud of J-Train, just working really hard to get himself back. Used it in our pregame speech Friday night. Just compliment of him working really hard, not giving up. Needed him back fresh in the lineup. He had been practicing, didn't participate in the week before game, and then got him going over the off week. And then, it's kind of rewarding to see him get in the end zone. Got a lot of Mike linebacker work, got a little bit of H-back work, was able to get him down there on short yardage goal line to see him punch through.
It gets tougher and tougher to give the players a game. We can only do 3 a game, but, really, there was 4 or 5 guys Friday night, probably more than that could have won it. Zach Wallen got another touchdown, a 4-yard catch from Blevins, and the last one was who ended up being one of our players of the game, Justice Wallen with a block punt, took it in for a score, and we win 56-14. Bowers now 33 out of 36 in point afters, and so we picked Bryson Blevins, and Eddie went with Riley Jones and Justice Wallen. But again, there was Calix Daugherty played well, Britt played well. There's a bunch of guys, but we can only pick 3. And then you look at the little guy, freshman Calvin Reed. We talk about him being the holder for the injured Whitehead. That's a really tough position to walk in for a ninth grader to do. And he's
Yeah,
doing well.
Calvin's really done a great job.
Yep.
You know, he's been really consistent for us, and then our kicking game's gotten so much better since the first couple weeks, and then just be able to operate those in critical situations. It's kind of one of those we talk about all the time, unsung hero positions, and then Justice, Will linebacker, Mike linebacker, that the versatility that he brings to our offense, helps us there. And then, it was a great game for us to get back going. I don't. Our defense does a great job of setting the tone for us. Not a great performance by our offense, effort-wise and just detailed. We did run the football very well, but we missed some opportunities in the throwing game. It just wasn't our best effort on the perimeter, but it's still, there's opportunities for us to continue to make plays. We're fortunate enough to be in a situation, Tom, where, we're down to our third-team quarterback. Not many third-team quarterbacks can still get receivers to football, and we got a guy that's credit to him who's been to a lot of quarterback camps. He's, continued to blossom and develop and get himself better, and we're fortunate enough to be in a situation where most people would be in a wildcat situation or a double tight situation or just having to run the ball. We're fortunate we got a guy that can still run the offense and give us an opportunity to win and be successful.
We've got him 20 out of 36 for 443 yards and 8 touchdowns.
Yeah.
For Bryson Blevins. That ain't too shabby, folks.
Two great games for him to start,
Yep.
And then an open week, 3 hard days to, our defense put a lot of pressure on them. And then, I really like what our defensive line's been able to kind of do to stop the run and then rush the passer. Calix and Riley Jones have done a great job of setting the edge and rushing off the edge and putting pressure. Those guys' motors never really stop, and just credit those guys. It's kind of cool to see a kid like Calix. He's a sophomore, playing really hard, and then Riley's kind of waited for his turn, waited for his time, and he's had a stellar senior year performance. So we just need to continue those guys to play well and be consistent. And then, we seem to kind of be getting a little bit better on the offensive line. We're gelling in our spots, consistency week in and week out, being in the same spots. Guys like Cooper Atkins and Brent Orlana, of course, Rainwater. We've had McGovern out of the lineup. So, Loveday brothers side by side, we're able to kind of produce some great zones and kind of get us rolling on the offensive end.
So you got McGovern. Is he due back this week?
McGovern is due back this week on both sides of the ball. That'll help us, get a rotation on the D line and the O line. That'll help us quite a bit. And then you saw us Friday night really change the offensive personnel. We went double H, a running backs spread. We went with a big spread to get Legend and Justice out there as well. And then we went with our fast spread to get Bradley Britt involved. He had a long tunnel screen as well, but got called back for a penalty. So just excited about the progress we made. And we feel like the one thing that we do when people pop on the film is, we make it difficult to where we're going to go with the ball and the things they're going to try to do to stop us.
Well, you look at the running backs. We talked about this tonight at the post game. You look at, so you got CJ, you've got, of course, William McDuffie, you've got the Train, you've got Justice Wallen back there, you've got
Legend got a few carries.
Legend got a few carries. So there's a lot of guys they got to try and get ready for, and they all have different running personalities per se. So it's going to be a fun game Friday night. We've already been through homecoming, so this Friday night is another special night. It's senior night. Seymour's coming to town. They're 4-4. They're 2-3 in the league. They're still on the outside trying to get into the playoffs. They still got a chance. This football team averages 24 and gives up 26. They can put some points on the board.
They got a new coach, and they're doing things a lot better. Reminds you of a lot of teams like Volunteer. They're really a stingy group on defense, a really good offense. Quarterback does a great job of running and throw it. They'll do a spread and H-back. And, when you got a new coach, they're creating a new identity. They're really fundamentally sound, and it's a team that's fighting for the playoff opportunity. And for us, we realize that we got a big game in next week. So it's a trap game for us where all our eyes got to be focused on Seymour only. An opportunity for them to come in and play spoiler on a senior night. We can't allow that to happen. We got to have a great week and then focus on our preparation and study and prepare for our opponent. Respect our opponent, to take them seriously and understand they're going to come in. Giving up 26 points. Seymour probably in the past has given up more than that. They've been a stingy group. they played some of the teams in our region really tough, and they're fighting for a playoff opportunity, and this gives them an opportunity to kind of get an inside track on having a chance at postseason play.
They won 2 in a row. They beat East 36-13, and last week they won 50-22 over Northview. So in the last 2 weeks they put up 86 points, so they can put them on the scoreboard. So here's the standings going into the action for Friday night. You have the Cyclones in first place at 5-0, Greenville at 5-0, Volunteer at 3-2, Cherokee at 3-2. Of course, as you know, for you out-of-state folks watching the show, we take the top 4 in each region for Tennessee football playoffs. So the top 4 go in. Top 2 will be at home in week number 1. Cherokee is a Volunteer, Cherokee 3-2, Seymour at 2-3. That's pretty much it. Northview and Granger and Sullivan East are out of the playoff picture, I would think. And so you look at Elizabethton, Greenville, Volunteer, Cherokee, and probably Seymour. Then you look down in Region 2. You have Alcoa at 5-0, Anderson County 4-1, Carter 4-1. Then you got Gibbs, Heritage, and South Doyle kind of in a dogfight. Gibbs at 3-2, Heritage at 2-3, and South Doyle at 2-3, and then Union County and Fulton are out of the playoff picture. So, are we guaranteed a home spot at this point, home playoff?
I believe we are.
I think we are.
And still want to finish out strong. And we have a great week, senior night. We got great seniors that we got to recognize. And then you never want to get beat on homecoming and senior night for those guys. It's something they will remember for a lifetime. And then we just got to keep it going. It's our back-to-back home games. We should be excited about that. An opportunity to kind of close out the regular season at home, and then opportunity to continue to play well. I still believe we've not played our best football yet. We've got a lot of things that we can still do to continue to be better, play a complete game. Just our details and attention to detail and focus on the small things. Those are the things that got to really help us. And the thing about it is, Tom, is when you look through this new playoff bracket, it's not like it's been before. So there's still a lot of football left to play. If you have a chance to kind of move on or get by, the Region 2 is really tough. But, you get to that second round, you got an opportunity to play a Region team or Region 3 or Region 4 or, you don't know how things are going to turn out. If a team on the bottom bracket gets to the top of the bracket because there's an upset, which there's a lot of good teams still fighting for playoff opportunities. I mean, this thing's going to come down all the way to the last regular season week, and you're not going to know. I mean, Gibbs plays Carter for week 11. Alcoa plays Anderson week 11, and there's some big-time games still left. Cherokee and Volunteer playing for a playoff spot there. I mean, just so many things you can't see. And then, when you look down the road there, you're talking about a Red Bank, the Chattanooga Schools team. You're talking about Upperman and Macon County who have been in the playoff mix the last several years. So, there's just still a lot left to play for, and it's anybody's game here on out. And the thing about it is, you got to be playing your best football right now. And that's where we got to turn it up and crank it up a notch and just focus on the details and making sure that our guys stay in the moment, but understand it's our job as coaches to prepare them for what lies ahead. And so it's their job to make sure they're studying, preparing, doing the small things, taking care of the bodies, attention to detail, those small things that are going to help get you over the top.
You look down at Region 3, I think those 4 teams pretty well have been set. Red Bank, Loudon, Signal Mountain, and Hickson are all the guys. Those 4 teams are in. And then down in Region 4, which we may see down the road, as you said, we'll talk about this bracket in a minute. White County, the Upperman B, Stone Memorial, and Macon County are the 4 in Region 4. So I went back and looked at it over the weekend. So 1 and 4 stay the same in the playoff brackets as it's been in the past, but 2 and 3 will be moving into a quadrant per se. And so that's where you get into Region 3, Region 4. So there is, you look at geographically, there's a chance we'll be doing some traveling.
Yeah, there is. And then, in the past, we've played some of those Chattanooga teams in the past. We've played Eastridge 2 years in a row. We played Carter 3 years in a row. We played a Fulton team for the first time in school history a year ago. So you can get some uncommon opponents. And then also, if you can get a home field advantage, becomes valuable, for teams that got to try Chattanooga or, you got to go to the other side. We went to Nolensville, the other side of Nashville, a couple of years there and become big-time football games in different environments. But, you got to take care of business in order to get there, and you got to be playing your best football.
We're here live at Pizza Inn talking to Coach Witten. So how do you do it? Because you've got Seymour Friday night. It's a senior night, but on paper, and we've won convincingly in the past against this team. And then looking on a short week next week, we play on Thursday against right now the number 2 ranked team in the state down at their place. We know what's involved. We know the rivalry, 2 versus 6 right now in the state. first place in the region at stake, lots right on that game. How do you keep these 16, 17-year-old boys focused?
Well, it's all about how you practice and how you control the controllables and your attitude when you get to practice and focusing on your assignments and what the game plan is, and then going out Friday and making sure you execute that. It's physical domination, it's tackling, it's it's eye discipline, it's reading your keys. It's kind of fundamental techniques, focus on the basics. You hear all the time, Tom, the thing about it is you see this in college and maybe pros, a lot of times more in the pros, where a pro team will go on a 2-game skid or a 3-game skid. They'll lose back-to-back games maybe because, the teams on the East Coast travel to West Coast in different time zones. But, you hear these coaches, get back to the basics, or quarterbacks or coaches, they're like, what? It makes you really wonder, why do you ever leave the basics? And so it's all about how you practice and how you prepare. And those are the things we've got to do. Are we proud of the process that our kids go through? Yes, because our guys practice really hard. Are we proud of the wins? Yes, but there's still some things that need to change, and in order to get better and making sure that we're giving our team the best chance to be successful on Friday night.
JV won last night?
JV did win last night. We played Westridge for the second time over there on the road. Last couple of years we've played them twice, so it's a really good, strong opponent. We won 33-14. We had some guys really step up. Calvin Reed had a big game. Our defense did a phenomenal job. Guys like Haskell, Stokes, David Wright, Connor Cook. We had Ribeiro, Brody Thompson did a great job on the defensive ends. Chase Gilbert had an 80-yard interception return on 4th down right before the second half. Was a big moment there for us, and so we're excited about that. Harrison Hobbs had a few catches, who's joined our team. Eli Whitaker had a big game receiving in. We had a lot of guys. Legend had 2 touchdown receiving catches, which was big for us, and so we continue to grow in a lot of different ways. And then Riley Greer, Brendan Orlana, sophomores, Stokes, Haskell at the tackles. Bryson Hughes is a sophomore. He ended up, helping us out there Friday night. Connor Kent, Dylan Heading did a great job at the tight ends, and Landon Reedy and Rylan Peters did a great job at defensive end. So, and then on top of that, Carson Thompson did a great job kicking his extra points and doing a great job on kickoff coverage. So, it was cool. It's been a great JV season. We got another game Thursday to close out the JV season over at DB on Thursday night at 7 o'clock. So, we picked up 2 games this week because we missed last week. So, we're excited to see the progress that those guys made and try to finish out a JV undefeated season.
So you look at our football team. Let's go back there before I let you go. One of the areas I think, of course, I'm up in the box, and Eddie and I are watching and thinking, man, our kickoff returns and our special teams have really, we know what Bowers is doing, kicking the ball off, but as far as us returning punts and returning kickoffs, we've really improved, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. Just when you talk about the injuries, too, you have New Holder. McDuffie's done a better job snapping and been more consistent. Our kickoff coverage is obviously with Will kicking to the end zone, and then we've had to switch punters twice now. Justin was a punter, then Rhett was a punter. Now Zach Wallen was a punter. He's had 2 punts there, and then our kickoff return. CJ's done a better job returning it. Braylon's been better at returning it, giving us good field position, and then. Just in small areas. Our extra point, field goal protection. We've blocked punts. We're blocking extra points. We're doing the small things. Special teams are going to come big, especially when you get in the playoffs. You got dynamic punt returners and kick returners. You don't want those guys to touch the ball. And then the operations, guys stepping up and doing their jobs, and playing their positions has been really well. So those are small areas. When you get into the playoffs and these big football games, sooner or later you're going to have to punt the ball. They're going to stop you. And you can't allow those dynamic punt returners to get good field positions and not allow them to, score on special teams.
Weather's going to be perfect Friday night. We checked. It's going to be 60s on Friday. Friday night's going to be probably upper 60s, mid 60s, even maybe into the 50s. But a great night. Come out and support and say thanks to our seniors. What's the key to beat Seymour Friday night?
Well, at one, obviously, it's just being super physical. Coaches, we don't like the word finesse. We're throwing the ball, we're motioning, we're doing the things. We got to be physical. Dominant physicality on the edge, on the perimeter, blocking. Physicality, the way we run the football, physicality, the way we blocked, the physicality, the way we attacked. We got to get back to playing that physical football. Sometimes we're still doing it. You may not see it against teams like Granger or Sullivan East because there's so much spread, but you want to see us play a physical style of football.
We'll see it Friday night, kickoff at 7:30, senior night. Thanks for coming
Yes,
by.
sir. Thank you.
Go Cyclones.
Appreciate it.
Yep, we'll take a break. We'll be right back. It's going to be good. We'll be right back after this. Before we go to the break, let's run down again one more time the region. In our region, Region 1, Elizabeth and Greenville guaranteed a playoff spot. Volunteer, Cherokee, and Seymour still duking it out for the other two playoff spots. That's me talking, but I'm sitting there doing ciphering on this a little bit. In Region 2, which is what we're going to be playing in round 1 of the playoffs, right now it's Alcoa. It's Anderson County and Knox Carter tied for second. Then you have Gibbs, Heritage, and South Doyle. This is Tom talking, and I have nothing to base it on, but I think we're going to play either Gibbs, Heritage, or South Doyle in the opening round of the playoffs at the bank. That's what I think. And what do I know? Very little, but that's what I think. And so that's going to be the first round of the opponents, first round playoffs on November the 7th. In Region 3, those 4 teams are pretty well set. Red Bank 3-0, Loudon 2-1, Signal Mountain 2-1, and Hickson is at 2-1. Eastridge and Sequoia at 0-3, so they're pretty much out. And I say that, I guess they could rear up, and one of these two teams with a couple of games left can lose too. Signal Mountain and Hickson could lose a couple of games, or Loudon and then muddy the waters. But as it is right now, in Region 3, it's Red Bank, Loudon, Signal Mountain, and Hickson. Then in Region 4, we're going to be paying attention to that one too. Those are pretty well set, it looks like at this point. White County and Upperman are both 3-0. Stone Memorial and Macon County, Stone Memorial 2-1, and Macon County 1-2. So those are pretty well set. Livingston Academy and DeKalb County are both 0-3. They could rear up, and looks like Macon County will play DeKalb. They will, and Livingston Academy plays them as well. So there's a chance, but if you stop right now today, those teams are set. And I know we're set because we're going to the playoffs, and we're very excited about that again. So that'll be happening. We've lost one time at Citizens Bank Stadium in the playoffs. That was the very first year we were open, and CAK beat us. We've not lost a game since then. We won, 16? I got it at home. 16, 17 straight playoff games. We've not lost but one time at Citizens Bank Stadium in the playoffs. That was back in year number 1. We opened the stadium in 2015. So just to look up and down the list, who's playing where. Dobbinsville plays at Bearden on Friday night. You have Volunteer at Cherokee and the bragging rights of Hawkins County. Boy, that'll be a war. There's a lot at stake for that one. Goodness, that'll be a dandy. Let's see. Volunteer and Cherokee both at 3-2 with a chance to get into the playoffs. Seymour coming in at 2-3. We'd like to think after Friday night Seymour will be 2-4. The Cyclones will get them, but we'll see. And so you've got Volunteer at Cherokee. You have Unaka at Cloudland Friday night. Morristown West at Cobb County. Providence Christian at Concord Christian. Hampton at Cosby, Daniel Boone at Crockett, and the Musket Bowl. Not been said much about that game because Boone and Crockett are having a tough year, but it's still the Musket Bowl. The records won't matter Friday night in Jonesboro. It'll be Boone and Crockett at Crockett High. You've got also, who else playing Friday night in our neck of the woods? Let's see, running down through here real quick. Joseph Taylor's here. We're going to see what went wrong with Tennessee on Saturday. Jeff County, Morristown East. You've got Chucky Doak at Pigeon Forge. Providence Academy hosting Chattanooga Grace. Science Hill hosting Westridge Friday night. You've got Northview Academy at Sullivan East. Anderson County at South Doyle. That's a big one for us to be watching that one down in Region 2. And West Green will be at Unicoi County to play that one on Thursday night. So that's your high school football schedule, again, for this week coming up on October the, 24th? Yeah, hard to believe. We're here. We are 63 days till Christmas. Hard to believe. Joseph Taylor in the house. He joins us right after this. Can't wait to have the young lad on here in the Tom Taylor Sports Show live at Pete's Inn. With the buffet is at $10.99. At nighttime it's $12.99. Senior buffet, you have it on all day Wednesday, and then Monday for Friday from 11 to 4 for $8.99 for the senior buffet. Tonight's kids' night. Kids eat for $3.99 with a paid adult, and so it's rocking, and we love it, and we'll be right back after this.
Western Supply and jewelry anytime year round's a good time. Let's take a look at some of this from Montana Silversmith. And again with Double C Western Supply. A lot of Western stores out there. What do you feel like separates Double C from all the other competition?
I feel like there's a lot of things that separate us. Our customer service. I feel like we help our customers very well. I feel like we're very friendly, and at least we try to be. We strive to be a friendly, family-based business. I also feel like our prices are very good. I feel like we try to keep our prices and our merchandise to a point that the whole family can shop here. And I mean, some things do have to be a little more expensive just because of the nature, but I feel like we try to keep our prices down low enough. And just we're always just striving to get the next newest merchandise, the best merchandise that we can for them, and just we just try our best to do the best we can all the time. So I feel like, mainly that our customer service and our prices kind of differentiate us.
There you go.
Yeah.
Double C Western Supply on Railroad Street in Elizabethton. Again, social media, they're there, and also the website, doublecwestern.com. So, proud sponsor of the show, Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. Miss Diane and the great folks at Double C Western Supply in Elizabethton. Be loyal, buy local, buy it in Betsy. Amazon doesn't sponsor your ball teams, but Double C Western Supply does. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Look who stopped by, my buddy Joseph Taylor.
Yes, sir.
Did you get any speeding tickets come back from Nashville?
No, and I thought it was really, really kind of you to call and check on us on Saturday to make sure that we weren't, doing anything that would get us in some hot water.
Yeah.
I kind of kept it between 5 and 10 over the speed limit. We ended up listening to the first quarter of the game on the radio. What a tough game.
Yeah, it was a tough game. He had been coming back from Nashville, and so he had to put the pedal in the metal to get home in time to watch it on TV. He did. He missed the first quarter, but I called and checked on him. I said, I've called the THP, and they've said that we've not arrested anybody named Joseph Taylor for speeding. And his wife said, he better not. So did she nap on the way back? Did she know how fast you were going?
She did. She took maybe a little cat nap, but that was it. She was awake watching me. We didn't get. I don't think I went above 80 on the way home. So I was being responsible for a change. Younger me would have been disappointed, but older me, too much to live for.
That's it. Got two girls.
Yeah.
He got a little bit more responsibility now.
Yeah.
But back in the day, you were 10-foot tall, bulletproof.
Oh man, it would have been 90 to 100 back in the day.
Absolutely, I agree with you 100%. So what went wrong? Tennessee got beat. Everybody knows.
Yeah.
What went wrong down there?
So I want to start by saying, some people on social media, the Vol Twitter, they call them, people are up in arms and they want to fire everybody. So, but that's not this, okay? That's not me. I believe Josh Heupel is the right man for the job. You look around, so many openings and stuff. I don't believe that firing Josh Heupel is the answer, okay? So if we want to talk about what went wrong, let's start there. That is not the answer. But to me, one thing that is puzzling is a lot of things keep happening that just make you want to pull your hair out. Penalties,
Lots of them.
and false starts.
Lots of
illegal formations.
Lots of them.
Like it's the most frustrating type of penalties that you could ever see. We get them in 3rd and long, a blatant pass interference. You know what I mean? It's just so I think we ended up with 10 penalties in that game. That we're not disciplined enough. There's just things we need to clean up. We need to be more crisp. I thought our offense let us down a little bit, especially with that pick 6 at the end of the first half. And people want to blame the play call. That wasn't a bad play call. It was a bad throw. You can't miss that throw to the inside. If you're going to miss that throw, you got to miss it up and away. So it can't be turned into a pick 6. It's just the small things turn into big things in a game like that, especially when you're on the road. Yeah.
But you're 7 games in. You made a great point. The penalties, I mean, stuff they're doing is stuff you do the first week, maybe second week, but not at 7 weeks in. So you got to clean it up. There are people, crazy as it sounds, wanting to get rid of Heupels,
Yeah,
but
no.
we're going to get rid of society now.
No, sir. That's not the answer. I believe it, Tennessee, we've seen the hard times, right? As Tennessee fans, these are not hard times, okay?
No.
These, we used to say, oh, I wonder if we can stay in a game with these big teams, but now we can win these games. We just gotta be more crisp.
Yeah. Big game though Saturday night. I think going to Kentucky, they're reeling. Kentucky is 0-4. They are 2-4 on the season overall. They've lost 3 in a row. They should have won the game against Texas, going airborne in that overtime trying to get that touchdown in. I mean, it's easy to second guess, but anytime you go airborne, you got to be able to jump over this roof to get in because those guys are trying to jump over. Most of the time it doesn't work. And so Kentucky loses a game they should have won, I think. So
yes.
Anyway, they've got them coming. I think it's a soul-searching game for them. I think to a degree it's a soul-searching game for Tennessee, too.
Yeah, and how happy would Kentucky be to give us a third loss and knock us out of the playoff?
Yeah.
This is, for all intents and purposes, this is Kentucky's playoff game because they can keep us from potentially getting in. So they're going to be up, and it's at night, and weird things happen at night in the SEC. It just does. Everybody wants night games because, somebody had posted the records of night team, the home teams. It's unbelievably better than day games because people are crazy. They have all day to get ready for the game, so to speak. So
adult beverages.
Yeah, there we go.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So it's 7:45 on Saturday. Again, Tennessee will be at Kentucky. Lucas Honeycutt joins us coming up here in a few minutes. By the way, talk a little basketball. It's here, folks. It's right around the corner. We'll start with we're going to stream the Jamboree on the 13th of November. We're excited about that. We'll tell you more about that when he gets on the air here in a second. He's enjoying lunch. We're at Pizza Inn, by the way, where the buffet's at $10.99. So I asked Eric Wilson a while ago. I said, now, don't lie to me. How many pieces of pizza can you sit down and wolf down? He said, well, probably 4. I said, what about Nickel? He said, oh. He took 4 just on break the other day for a 30-minute break. He said he can probably put down 8. How many can Joseph put down?
I could probably comfortably eat 6 pieces, but my favorite thing here is the salad. Like I love the salad. I love the ranch dressing here. I think they have the best ranch dressing.
Homemade. Yeah.
So I usually start off with a monster salad, and that slows me down on the pizza a little bit, which is probably good. Let's be honest.
Baker's watching. How many pieces of pizza can Baker eat, do you think?
Lisa could probably, let's just say 3 or 4, but mine 4.
Yeah.
I bet Creed could take down three larges. That kid can eat. I have seen him at church camp and stuff.
It's scary. Him and Cam both.
Oh, my word. It's unbelievable.
I was up there doing tour of schools today, and Creed sat beside me. His voice has changed.
Yeah.
I said, you excited about the season? I am. I said, okay. And I can see, I guess he's been shaving because he's growing up on us, and it happens. Yeah. But his voice has changed. But, yeah, I'd say Creed and Cam, and, of course, the eating machine is Scotty. He's eating.
Yes.
That man eats like he's got a hollow leg. I mean, it's incredible. She
Creed
told me one time about her feed bill in 1 week at the Baker House. It's scary.
Oh, my goodness.
So, anyway, we've got the buffet here, and you say 4, and so, but Nick, who used to play basketball for the Cyclones, easily could go 7 or 8 pieces. But the buffet's at $10.99. That's during the day. At nighttime buffet's $12.99. It's kids' night tonight with a paid adult. Kids eat for $3.99, all they can eat. So, you really can't go wrong here, Pizza Inn. And again, as I said earlier, when Eric was here, he gives away free food on these buffets to the player of the game. We give away 3 a week.
He's such a good guy. When my girls come in, he's fist bumping them. He's talking to them. This is just an excellent place to come with excellent leadership.
Well, if you give away free food to the tune of 3 buffets a game, that's $10.99 a game. So that's $35 worth of free food going out the door. And these guys will come in here, I promise you, they're going to get their money's worth.
Yeah, they're not going to come in here and pick at a couple pieces of pizza. They're going to go for it.
Yeah, Eric said when they come in, the football players with those cards, he just looks the other way. He doesn't want to know how much food they're going to eat.
It's funny. One day we were here on a Saturday one time, and we were actually sitting right here, and behind us, they had basketball practice. The varsity did, and all of them came here after basketball practice. I was shocked at the amount of pizza that was being put away by those basketball boys after practice. They can really get after it.
And the man can put it away as Axel Steins. When he comes here when I do the show, I'm thinking, where's this go? Where does he eat this? He eats 4 or 5 pieces of pizza and gets Jello and he gets something else, and he doesn't. There's no
Spaghetti.
talking. He'll just go, "Oh boy," that's it. All right, Ole Miss at Oklahoma, number 8 Rebels at number 13 Oklahoma. Kiffin now hinting around he'd like to go to Florida unless they give him a big contract to keep him in Oxford. So Ole Miss or Oklahoma, who wins that one?
Oh, Oklahoma's the home team. It's at 11 o'clock kickoff. I'll go with the home team. I'll go with Oklahoma in that one.
Who'll be in Knoxville in 2 weeks. Number 15 Missouri and number 10 Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt in the polls for the first time in the top 10 since 1947. They're the real deal. They got Missouri and Nashville. Can they win?
I believe they can do it. I think that's going to it seems like we might be heading towards a Vanderbilt, Tennessee at the end of the year for a playoff spot. Can you imagine?
Wow.
Can you in Neyland for a playoff spot?
Who'd have thunk it?
Sheesh.
Texas A&M number 3 Aggies and number 20 LSU. LSU's in a real prove-me game
man,
here.
They are.
This is a trap game for A&M.
It is. Oh, a night game in LSU.
Yep.
I still think A&M can go in there and get it done. I'm not sold on LSU at all
You're
this
not
year.
You're not a Brian
I'm
Kelly
not.
fan.
Well, I'm not. That's a different story for a different day. But no, he's one of my top 5 most disliked coaches.
There you go. Who's the most unlike coach on your list?
It probably is him. If we're being honest. Let me think here.
You like Kiffin?
I've actually turned the corner on him.
You okay with him?
Yeah, I'm okay with him now. I don't really love Kirby Smart. I think he's too over the top for me, like on the sidelines. Those are probably my top 2 right now.
There you go. All right.
I'll be more prepared for this question next week. I'll have a full list for you.
Yeah. Well, Leslie can tell you.
Oh, she knows.
She could tell me real quick.
Yes.
Based on how you react to games or watch them on TV. So you got Ohio State number 1. You okay with that? Indiana number 2.
Yeah, that's fine.
Texas A&M number 3.
Yep.
Alabama number 4.
Yeah.
Georgia 5th.
Yep.
Oregon 6th.
I'm good with that.
Georgia Tech 7th.
Georgia Tech,
No.
Are they 7-0? Yeah, they.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, they're not. They're not the 7th best team in the country.
Strength of schedule.
Yeah.
Number 8 Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Number 9 Miami. Number 10 Vanderbilt.
I'm good. I'm good with that top 10. Yeah.
Tennessee drops to 17. You all right with that?
That seems normal.
All right.
And they, just win your games. I think I saw that they have a 94% chance of making the playoff if they win out. So just, and they should be favored in every game from here on out. Just win, baby. Right?
Just win.
The Raiders aren't doing that, but.
Did you see what we did Sunday? Did you see this? What
was it
happened?
31-0?
Oh, it was worse. Well, yeah, but I mean, we crossed midfield twice.
Oh, mercy.
We had 93 yards of total offense and 3 first downs. This is an NFL pro football
Goodness
team.
gracious.
3 first downs in the game. They crossed midfield twice. And I'm listening to the Raiders broadcast, who's a pretty good broadcaster, and so Jason Horowitz, and he just finally said, "We're terrible."
we're terrible.
He said, "We're terrible. This is bad." He said, "I'm paid by the Las Vegas Raiders to call this game." He said, I got to be honest. We're terrible.
Yeah, I think you do a good job of that when the Cyclones are playing. Like sometimes you just have to call a spade,
Yep.
And I cannot believe Pete Carroll came out of retirement to get back in to
the
that.
Raiders.
To the Raiders.
Good night.
To the Raiders. Sorry,
so
Tom.
They got a bye week, and so they asked one of the players.
Hey, guess what? They're not going to lose this week.
He said, we got a chance on the bye week. And that's even in doubt. We can even win on the bye week.
Bye week's favored.
And so Baker sends me text. She likes the Chiefs.
Oh,
so I'm getting burned up on
no.
She's texting me all afternoon a couple of times on Sunday going, they're terrible. I know they're terrible. You didn't tell me. So, but anyway, the Raiders just win, baby, and we don't much. 31-0. We crossed midfield twice in the game. And I jokingly said yesterday that I try to check in Tom Sunday, go Chiefs. Yeah, she did. I think Tia Duggar gave him a game. I swear. It's pitiful.
Oh, mercy.
A pro team can just cross midfield twice in the whole game in 60 minutes.
Oh,
You can't get across the 50-yard line. Anyway, they're off this week. So, World Series, you like the Dodgers? You like the Blue Jays?
I feel like you have to go with the Dodgers. They're just so stacked. I'm still in shock of Ohtani's performance. Strikes out 10, hits 3 home runs. Like what?
In one game.
In one game. That has to be the greatest performance in baseball history. In one game.
Struck out 10 and hit 3 home runs.
And then, and he's their 4th or 5th starter, so it's not even like they're dependent on him to be their ace.
Yep,
It's
exactly
unbelievable.
So they have Glasnow, they have Yamamoto, they've got Blake Snell, and they got Otani. It's a pretty stout foursome. And they got Clayton Kershaw if need be, or they don't need him, obviously. Or they'd be using him. So it's yeah.
It's an embarrassment of riches out there for sure.
Game 1, Friday night. The first 2 in Toronto. The middle 3 next week will be at Dodger Stadium. They'll go back next weekend if need be to Toronto. So a 2-3-2 format. What's going on at Ivy Hall Nursing Home?
Ivy Hall, we'd love to see anybody that would like to stop by the West Side Elementary. We partner with them every year for a pumpkin contest, and we've got all the pumpkins displayed in front of the building and on the side of the building. I think we ended up with 116 pumpkins from West Side. It was such a good turnout by those kiddos. And
That's
some
awesome.
of them, like when you look at them, like some of these pumpkins are so creative. I'm in awe of some of this talent. I can't draw a stick man, so
No, me either.
You know.
So, but to take a pumpkin and paint it and make it look as good as it does, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So everything's good in your world. We're going to have you doing some ball games. In fact, Lucas has brought me the schedule so I can sit down and get some basketball games lined up ready to go that you're going to help me with.
Yes, sir.
So, and football if need be. Right now, Eddie's going to be with me on Friday. Van Husk confirmed a while ago that he'll be with me next Thursday in Greenville. So after that, we don't know, but if need be, you'll get the call.
I'm ready. I'm in the bullpen. Just call for the right-hander.
That's it. Only thing you got to bring is underneath that right arm is a coffee cake.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No coffee cake, no game. Leslie Taylor's coffee cake is out of this world good. And she told me on the phone yesterday or Saturday when we talked that I was checking on your all status. She said, the next game you do, I'm going to bring you 2. I thought, oh, boy.
2 coffee cakes.
I told her how I ate the one going to Granger. I didn't have a fork, and I was hungry, so I just popped the lid off of it, started grabbing it by the handful, just eating it. So I was in there. Nobody cares. I was by my.
I mean,
it's all right.
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
You got to do what you got to do. Yep. So anyway, man, I appreciate you coming.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, love you, man.
Love you too, brother.
It's my buddy. He's a good man. Taylor. Same last name, but we're not related except we're brothers in Christ, and so.
Although if I did get put in jail, I was going to say call my dad Tom Taylor.
Call Dad.
I mean,
As Baker calls me, and you started this, Tomboy. Yeah. So.
I was just I wanted to do something in the booth to set me apart, and I was like, I wanted to yell Thomas, and you told me no.
No.
And you didn't like that, so then
Cowboy.
We ended up with Cowboy.
Which I'm
but
all right
Lisa, she starts saying Tomboy, and you're like, no way, no how.
Yeah. As long as she brings me an eggnog milkshake next time she comes, I'm okay.
Okay.
It's eggnog milkshake season, so I want an eggnog milkshake, and it is awesome. I'm always pandering for food. You notice that?
I mean, when you know what you like,
and
people will bring it to you.
Absolutely.
Might as well go for it.
You got it. Let it rip. Talk soon.
Yes, sir.
Well, quick break. Lucas Honeycutt talking basketball next on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
We're talking to our great sponsor of Cyclone Sports and Tom Taylor Sports Show, Dr. Smith, and the folks at Physical Therapy Services. For those out there who have no clue, tell us what it's all about.
Physical Therapy Services is a local mom and pop run physical therapy and occupational therapy clinic. We have clinic locations. We have 3 locations, 2 in Elizabethton, 1 in Roan Mountain. Our main office, where I'm located at 1975 West Elk Avenue, we focus on adults and athletic injuries. We have a pediatric clinic at 1500 West Elk Avenue that does both physical therapy and occupational therapy for the little kiddos out there. And then we have a clinic in Roan Mountain as well to take care of our wonderful Carter Countyans in the Roan Mountain community, and all focused on orthopedics and sports-related injuries, along with just general concerns with patients and people that want to be able to get out and move better. The human body is made to move, and that's what we try to do, is keep people moving.
Keep people moving. Hours are open.
7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Social media, how do we find out more about you?
Physical Therapy Services on Facebook. Look us up. You can also find us online at ptstn.net. And or you can just call the office, 423-543-0073, and we will put you in touch with the right people to get you the correct care that you need, whether it's through us or through one of our other affiliates that we work with.
There you go. One of our great sponsors, love promoting them. Again, the great folks at Physical Therapy Services, proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Back on the Tom Baylor Sports Show, we go from football to hoops. It's time. Look here. I have the schedule for Cyclone basketball. Good afternoon, sir. First of all, thanks for coming. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Yep. So where's my little buddy at? She in school?
Yeah.
Oh, buddy.
Pre-K in it.
Hmm?
Pre-K in it.
Oh.
Miss Susan. Miss
Is there?
Kathy.
Oh, is there anybody cuter? She'll come up and stand right during the broadcast in the basketball, and she'll push people out of the way to get up on my lap. And she'll go, Mama, where is he? He's right there. So we're talking about little Hensley. She's a dandy. Holt, I don't think he knows what to do with her sometimes, does he?
No.
No. She is a buzz bomb. So, see, where did I have him on? I had him on the air somewhere, and they started talking.
Food City.
Oh, that's
Food
right.
City.
He came to Food City this summer, and they were talking, and he was trying to complete a sentence. She just took over, as she normally does, and he tried to explain stuff. He said, well, I said, no, that's not right. That's not right. It's like, she's on it, isn't she?
Yeah, she's on it.
She's a crackerjack. Talking about his daughter. And so we're getting excited, folks. It'll start November the 13th. We're gonna stream the Jamboree at Sullivan East to showcase all the teams. We're excited about that, which will be coming up, 2 weeks from tomorrow, 3 weeks?
November 13th.
2 weeks from Thursday, actually. So it would be, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks out. It'll be here before you know it, the Jamboree. And so it's here. Basketball practice is officially started. Were you in?
No, not yet. No, November 3rd for
November
us.
3rd?
Yeah,
Cranks
middle school started.
Middle school, we got games next week. Middle school, we got 2 weeks, I
They're
should say.
scrimmaging today over at Jonesboro.
Jonesboro, yeah.
Yeah.
We got 2, November the 4th and November the 6th. Ridgeview on one of them and Happy Valley on one of them. That's the night where both the girls and guys are Tia Duggar the same night. We're going to stream those, and then we'll kind of, I think, pretty well do it. I think, I don't have the schedule, but Gary Harrison's going to come tomorrow and talk about the Tia Duggar boys. But that's the night, because as you know, middle school, when you play, one plays Liberty Bell, the guys at home Liberty Bell, the girls go there. But on the 4th and the 6th, they'll both be there at the same time. So that's for the middle school. But we start big boys basketball on November the 13th, so which will be the Jamboree at Sullivan East. Then we have the Hall of Champions. Does those still count? Do count? Don't count? It's
They
optional?
count. Yeah, they count.
They count?
Yep.
At one point they didn't, so now they do.
They're just benefit games.
Hall of Champions, both those on the road this year. Cog County and Volunteer. You got Tri-Cities Christian, that's the girls, but you got Cog County, and you've got the Hall of Champion John Battle, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you got East and Cog County and Volunteer.
Yep.
And then you drop down and play John Battle. That's confirmed on the 22nd.
That one's still times and stuff. They have to do a little different. So they're just making sure that they're within the rules to participate in that game, because there's this
Virginia School.
They've started practicing, but their games have to start later, so
Yeah.
it's a little different. But yeah, I think we've got a verbal commitment on that one.
Yeah. Then you go for Thanksgiving, go to Granger with the tournament there with Granger, Lakeway, and Mo West.
Yeah, I think Lakeway might have dropped, so he said we might have to replace one there. That's why we wait. People always want us for the schedule, but you know things are still changing as we speak. So, but for the most part, yeah, well that's pretty clear there.
Then before Christmas, you got Johnson County, you got Happy Valley, the round ball in the hall at Science Seal. That's for the girls. Let's see, these are combined. So you got Happy Valley, and you've
Johnson
got
County and Science Hill.
Yeah, let's talk about the Betsy Bash Holiday Tournament. We're going to do a tournament this year. It's cool.
Yeah, it's going to be neat. It's been a few years since we had our own Christmas tournament. You know, right now we're still trying to secure sponsorship for it, but we've got 8 teams counting ourselves coming to the tournament. So each team will get 3 days. It'll be a Friday, Saturday, Monday tournament. So we've got a couple local teams from top of the bracket down. It'll be us versus Madison County, North Carolina. Then Volunteer versus Woodbury Forest out of Virginia. And then Unicoi and Daniel Boone, and Granger and Westridge. So
write these down as we go. Unicoi and Boone.
Unicoi and Boone, and then Granger Westridge.
Awesome.
And what we're going to try to do there, we're going to try to start those games. I think we said around 2 or 2:30, and we're going to play, the first 2 games of the day, and then we're going to have some junior Cyclones try to come in and play some of the teams that are there. So the idea is to try to get Unicoi and Daniel Boone's junior leagues to kind of play in between the big high school games and then come back for the nightcap and do the later 2 games. So we're looking forward to kind of getting that all planned up as all these teams are kind of getting assembled and things like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
The Betsy Bash Holiday Tournament.
Yes,
That's
sir.
cool.
Yep. Josh Pate's helping with that. He does a lot for us behind the scenes. He's our tournament director, and he's out right now working on that, and he does a lot of different things for us. But this is one of his new babies. We give him a new baby every time he turns around. Helped us a lot with the golf tournament, things like that. So we appreciate Josh.
So then you go to the Christmas tournament at Gatlinburg Piedmont. That's the girls. I'm sorry. Then you go to the Classic at Tennessee I, and that's a Viking All, right?
Yes.
Ooh, that's big boy basketball.
It's big boy basketball.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
By invite, we're going, so that's good. Then you, of course, get into the conference, Unicoi County, Science Hill. You've got Crockett, Boone. Those are, 5 teams in the league this year?
5 teams. Unicoi not in anymore. It's Daniel Boone in place of them. So
it's East Crockett, Daniel Boone, Tennessee High, and us.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's going to be a heck of a league.
It's going to be a good league.
Yeah.
It always is.
Yeah, absolutely. So Boone's coming over. They're dropping down. Unicoi County dropped down, so we won't see them anymore as a conference team. We'll see them looks like non-conference. But,
yeah, absolutely.
And they're good peeps out there. We appreciate them. So they've got a new coach. They flip-flop coaches, right?
Yeah, Brandon Broyles. Yep.
Broyles went to the guys, and Simmons went to the girls.
Yep.
They flip-flopped.
Yep.
And so that's coming up. So it all is right here. We'll put the schedule up when we get when it gets in an entirety. But let's talk about our kids. We got a lot of guys back this year, right?
Yeah. We we're supposed to be one of the top tier teams in the conference. I don't know where that'll shake out on preseason rankings, but those never really matter a whole lot to me. But we had a pretty good season last year. Got some veteran guys back. Hudson Pates is going to be, kind of our catalyst, our senior leader. Nathan Bailey, coming back with a lot of size. Him and Jackson Buckles back. Jackson Buckles, unfortunately, didn't get to finish the season with us last year due to injury, and he's back looking really healthy. Justin Whitehead, he'll be back for us at some point in time. We can't wait to get him back as well. So those are our seniors there that are going to kind of anchor the ship, and then we got some younger guys that are going to step in and fill a role. Evan Chambers, you saw him some last year. He's had a really good summer, and he's improving too. He'll be another young leader.
Saw him at Food City a couple weeks ago. He is so excited to get the basketball season started. This kid's he's a gym rat, isn't he?
Yeah, and
he's a gamer.
He's really bought into the weight room. I'll tell you, he's been getting up, early morning and going and working out, and then, coming and doing our workouts with us, never complaining, never asking to skip. Sometimes coming back, and shooting later at night. I mean, just, wearing me out in a good way.
What do you feel like the strength will be this year for our ball club?
I think we're pretty versatile, but I think we'll be able to score it pretty well. I mean, scoring for us, I think will come a lot easier. You look at what we have, and sometimes you wonder, is there going to be enough basketball to go around? The guys that can put the ball in the hole. But I think these are a good group of kids. They played together for a little bit, so I feel like they're going to do well with that. They're going to gel well. They're going to mesh well, and I think that's a big part of that. But defensively, we're still trying to figure out what we want to be defensively. Got a little size, but one or two substitutions, and we don't have a lot of size. So it's going to be interesting how we want to play on the defensive side of the ball.
So you've got size, you've got outside shooting, you've got some mid-range guys. So you've got some kids coming up from JV can help you.
Yep.
You got some guys coming in from Tia Duggar from last year can help you down on JV. So who are some of the young guys you're looking at?
Well, we this summer we had Bryson Blevins and Bo Armstrong. Both of those guys come in and played minutes for us here and there in different camps that we went to. Colin and Chase Taylor both come in and filled some minutes, freshman and sophomore. Trey Mathena, shot the ball really well this summer. Didn't play any varsity with us, but he may have to step up and come on. I mean, I know most people know Marley, so we feel like he's going to have some size eventually. We got to put a little muscle on him, so he's working on that. He's been working hard, as all that group has, and we've kind of got a hole in the junior class. Jacoby Estelle is one of our only juniors. So we're a little thin and upperclassmen. So when this crew graduates, we're going to be really young, really quick. So these guys that are stepping in and getting some varsity minutes is not only going to be important for us this year, but it's going to be important for them next year in their growth and development.
Absolutely.
So we're looking forward to getting them out there and getting them learning.
Next man up.
That's right.
Showtime.
That's right.
You excited?
Oh yeah, I'm beyond ready to start. This is probably the part of the season that I don't like the most, because you got to be a little bit hands off. You can't coach more than 3 players in a day, and it's mostly weight room. You do weight room conditioning, that kind of thing, and then if they play, you got to let them go, and you can't really coach them while that's going on. So it's kind of frustrating sometimes to watch them, out there doing things that you want to, correct and things like that. So I can't wait to get started so we can actually get out there and start teaching these guys.
It officially starts November 3rd. Is that right?
November 3rd. Yep.
Yep. That's when high school basketball. Now, as he mentioned, middle school's already practicing. They're going to scrimmage today, as a matter of fact, the boys, and they'll start next week. But the guys, high school starts on the 3rd practice, and we'll crank it up on the Jamboree on the 13th and really get going on the 17th.
And we got a penciled in date. We've not talked to all our parties involved here, but just remember November the 8th. It's a Saturday. We're thinking about doing our Meet the Cyclones. That went really well last time we did it, and we're trying to fit that in where it can work for the middle school and the junior Cyclones and us as well. So we appreciate everybody's support coming out for that. We'll try to keep it pretty short, about an hour and a half or so, probably like 6 to 7:30 is what we're thinking time-wise. But that's not, we want to make sure we get all our parties involved in that before we set that in stone. But just the date to be thinking about and looking forward to.
Is that boys and girls, or just
just boys right now? Yeah, we organized it for boys last year, and we'll just try to keep doing that until we can figure out how to get the girls in there too.
Yep. Coach Etter has since gone, taking a job at Clemson. So the new boys coach, as Gary's dropped down to be the coach at T.A. now, the boys coach, right?
Yeah. So we really appreciate Coach Etter. All the things that he did. He took a job at his dream job. Working down there. So we wish him the best. But Coach Harrison and Coach Blevins for me, they left my staff and went to the middle school, and they're super excited about that. They've got younger kids coming up, so it made sense for us to kind of make a move in that direction. And we pulled Seth Carter up to our staff, and of course I retained Will Robinson. So Andrew Barnett's also going to help. Most people are familiar with Cyclone basketball. Andrew's going to help the middle school, and he's doing a great job as well. So we feel really good about where we're at, especially when things like that happen, kind of late in the summer. You just kind of wonder how you're going to get it all squared away, and I think those guys have done a good job. And I know they're really excited about today to kind of see the first time their guys go out and compete.
Yep. We'll talk to you a lot, my friends, so get ready, because it's here. It's hard to believe it is here. As I looked on the schedule this morning or on the calendar, we're like 64 days, 63 days from Christmas. I mean, the basketball's here, man. It's unbelievable. So we're still doing football, of course, and we're going to check before we get out here and see how Science Hill played in volleyball. They're all down at the state tournament. Science Hill, Dobbins Minute, South Green, Sullivan East, and Chucky Doak's volleyballers in the state tournament in Murfreesboro. So we'll check and see how. I know Science Hill played early. We'll see how they did. We'll do that right after we take this time out, our final break. We'll be right back after this from Physical Therapy Services on the Tom Daly Sports Show.
We're talking to our great sponsor of Cyclone Sports and Tom Daly Sports Show, Dr. Smith, and the folks at Physical Therapy Services. For those out there who have no clue, tell us what it's all about.
Physical Therapy Services is a local mom and pop run physical therapy and occupational therapy clinic. We have clinic locations. We have 3 locations, 2 in Elizabethton, 1 in Roan Mountain. Our main office, where I'm located at 1975 West Elk Avenue, we focus on adults and athletic injuries. We have a pediatric clinic at 1500 West Elk Avenue that does both physical therapy and occupational therapy for the little kiddos out there. And then we have a clinic in Roan Mountain as well to take care of our wonderful Carter Countyans in the Roan Mountain community, and all focused on orthopedics and sports-related injuries, along with just general concerns with patients and people that want to be able to get out and move better. The human body is made to move, and that's what we try to do, is keep people moving.
Keep people moving. Hours are open.
7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Social media, how do we find out more about you?
Physical Therapy Services on Facebook. Look us up. You can also find us online at ptstn.net. And or you can just call the office 423-543-0073, and we will put you in touch with the right people to get you the correct care that you need, whether it's through us or through one of our other affiliates that we work with.
There you go. One of our great sponsors. Love promoting them. Again, the great folks at Physical Therapy Services, proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We're talking to Sherry Holtzclaw, one of our great sponsors of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. A lot of jewelry stores out there. Why the jeweler's bench?
So everything is done in-house. Nothing gets sent out. We do ring sizing, necklace repairs, replace stones, shorten bracelets, necklaces. We repair silver jewelry. There's not a lot of jewelry stores that will repair silver jewelry. So we're one of the ones that do. Occasionally watches, we do some watch repair. Some of it we do have to send that out occasionally, but I'll let you know when I do.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't go out without you knowing about it.
Watch batteries. They replace a lot of watch batteries. Again,
every day.
Yes. John Holtzclaw is one of the few jewelry repair people in the area. There's not many of them left, so they do jewelry repair here. Remember that. They ship all over the country. The website is
jewelersbench10.com.
The hours you're open are
Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 6, and then Saturday, 9:30 to 2.
All right. And social media, where do we find you?
Facebook and Instagram.
And the phone number is?
423-542-5600.
Be loyal, buy local. It's a mom and pop store. Been here for a long time here in Elizabethton, serving not just Elizabethton, but the entire Tri-Cities and really anywhere in the country. The Jeweler's Bench, proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At Carter County Bank, it's our job to help you focus on the happy moments and check off the things on your to-do list to make them happen. We're here along the way so you can pull off the happiest moments in life. Carter County Bank, in the business of happiness.
It's exciting Elizabethton Cyclone football. Hi, this is Tom Taylor, inviting you to join the Cyclone Network. Kerry Taylor, Andrew Barnett, Axel Steins, Isaac Fletcher, Weston Taylor, Eddie Pless, and yours truly this Friday night. It's senior night as the Cyclones host the Seymour Eagles for the final home game of the regular season. We'll go on there to the broadcast at 6:50, kickoff at 7:30, audio and video. The Cyclones winners of 7 in a row. It's senior night against the Seymour Eagles. It all starts at 6:50 this Friday night here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show Facebook page and on YouTube. Go Elizabethton Cyclone football.
And that'll do it again from right here at Pizza and Big thanks again to our guest, Lucas Honeycutt. Also, Sean Witten stopped by. Joseph Taylor stopped by. So appreciate them being with us on the show. Tomorrow will be at Food City in Gray tomorrow, and at Food City Wednesday. Thursday will be at Big John's Closeouts, and then Friday we'll be at Food City here in Elizabethton to wrap up the week. So that's our schedule for the rest of the week. Thanks for watching the show. We always dedicate our show to the man who hung on the cross. Today's verse of the day, we always proudly tell you this, and unashamedly we tell you this. It's all about the Lord Jesus, and if you don't think so, you're wrong. He controls everything we do, and you know that, and I know that, and so here it is, and it goes like this, the verse of the day. Let me get it to you real quick before we get out of here, and let me hit the right buttons. There we go. It would help to hit the right one. There it is. Pretty simple. Psalms 34:7 says, "The angel of the Lord encamps around those who fear him and he delivers them or takes care of them. Pretty simple. The angel of the Lord encamps around those who fear him, and he delivers them. Psalms 34:7. Good way to end it. Thanks for watching the show. Back with you tomorrow at Food City and Gray with a brand new show, brand new set of guests. Looking forward to it. Thursday, same at Big John's Closeouts here in Elizabethton, where they hammer high prices. And then Friday, we'll kick off the weekend at Food City here in Elizabethton. See you back tomorrow. Have a great rest of your Tuesday. Thanks for watching. And we'll sign it off as we always do by simply saying, as my mama told us every day, bloom where you're planted. And then our coach told me every day, win or lose, be a good sport. Thanks for watching show number 2,379 today.